Hi and welcome again. I hope you're all doing well. Today's video will be a bit different as I wanted to have a little chit chat with you, and what better way to do so than by preparing for Christmas. But before diving into the Christmas magic, I wanted to let you know the reasons why I decided to make this video, which wasn't really planned at first. I want to address a subject that is touchy, to say the least, and that is artificial intelligence. I know that AI is a sensitive subject for some people and even a deal breaker for others. I am sharing my personal experience and you're totally free to disagree, but all I ask is that you remain as kind as always in your comments. Now let me read you the comment I received about a previous video and that inspired this one. Hello Annalie, I'm a teenager who has always wanted to have an art career. Your video made me realize how demotivated I have been recently, mainly because of the growing usage of artificial intelligence. Seeing so much AI breaks my heart a little every time I come across it, but I feel so demotivated to draw because I feel as if all the hard work will be for nothing and AI will just do all the jobs for us. But I truly love to do art. I have since I was very little. So what if AI can create lifeless, sad images? That's not art. Your video motivated me so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's very clear I will be a fan of your channel for a long while. Aside from the fact that I was deeply touched and moved to learn that this video had inspired them and many others, thank you again for all your kind and encouraging comments. I came to realize something not so long ago. I also got scared, frustrated and saddened because of AI. I had come to think exactly the same at a time when painting had already become complicated for me. But I wanted to become an artist so badly that this desire overcame my fear. I just wanted to paint and make a living from it, and little by little I stopped thinking about AI. That's why I wanted to make this video today, because I know that AI is becoming increasingly prevalent in our lives. Whether it's for writing a text, composing music, creating an image, it was important for me to share my feelings and opinions on the subject. In fact, there is one thing I haven't told you yet and that should certainly interest you, which is that among all the jobs I've had, I was also an assistant in an art gallery. It was a rather unusual gallery as I sold, for the most part, standard-sized artworks by artists who were, in most cases, just starting their career, and they were not listed on the art market and completely unknown to the general public. Without going into too much detail, what I mean is that people came to the gallery to buy paintings by artists they didn't know, to decorate their homes, to give as gifts, or simply for the love of art. Of course, aesthetics played a role, and that could be enough for someone to buy a painting. But often, what clinched a sale was when we talked about the artist, their background, their story, their technique. People like to know that there is someone behind a piece of art. They are curious, and the story we tell them may move them, intrigue them, surprise them. In any case, it will stir up an emotion in them, and that emotion may be what makes them want to have an artwork by an artist in their home, even if they don't know them, rather than a soulless robot with no life experience. This is the point I want to emphasize here. Of course, there will always be people who are willing to buy an artwork simply because they like it, regardless of who made it or how it was made. But there are also a lot of people, perhaps even more, who want to buy art made by a human being. Often when someone decides to buy an artwork, it is because they are looking for something unique that evokes emotion. So please do not despair. I am still very confident about the future of art in this world. Perhaps I am completely fooling myself, and that in a few years' time art will look completely different, but for now I want to believe that true artistic creation is and will remain the domain of humankind. And then, not everything about AI is bad. Although I have been completely opposed to it at first, mainly because, in my opinion, it destroys jobs. I must admit that the siren song of technology has gradually made its way into my ears, and I have agreed to incorporate some of it, mainly in my work. I think that, to a certain extent, we can use it to make our daily lives easier, or sometimes even develop our creative potential. For example, I regularly use Photoshop's AI for my reference photo or YouTube thumbnails. And one tool I particularly like is Generative Fill, which allows you to extend a photo, hide elements you don't like, or rework an area. For me, it's really ideal because it allows me to get an image that's close to what I want in record time. It's truly a tool that helps me to save time and make the most of it. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say about AI. It remains a complex and debated topic, which is far from being resolved, especially when I see the direction things are taking with AI, which has apparently developed a form of consciousness. That's definitely what scares me the most right now, because we have no idea what they will be capable of. But I didn't want to get into that part of the subject because the video would have been too far from what I want to share on my channel. In any case, I hope that this video has inspired you, motivated you, or reassured you if you're willing to become an artist. Please feel free to share your opinions respectfully in the comments section. I would be curious to know what you think about all that. On that note, I wish you all a wonderful Christmas if you celebrate it. I'll see you next year for a new video. Take care.